You don't hear much about what's happening in Ukraine on the news nowadays, do you? It's almost as if Ukraine doesn't exist anymore. Well, since the West-sponsored coup, which removed the elected Ukrainian government and installed neo-Nazis, there's been another election, and Petro Poroshenko, or however you fucking say his name, who's a gangster, is the new president. But how is life for the average citizen in Ukraine since the coup? I haven't been there, so I probably should just shut up and go away. But I'm not, I'm going to carry on anyway. Following the IMF actually admitting that austerity doesn't work, what have they done in Ukraine? That's right, they've implemented austerity. Pensions have been halved to $3 a day. Imagine living on that. Fuel bills have doubled. The IMF has forced Ukraine to sell off land and resources, no doubt cheaply, no doubt to American businesses. And state salaries have been cut by 70%. This is not the people signing off on these IMF IOUs, it's the government signing the people onto these, while those in power try to rob and steal as much money as they can from the public coffers, because like the politicians over here, they don't care about the people, only themselves. Ukraine is now a government of oligarchs, by oligarchs and for oligarchs. The corruption is rife. 18 out of the 24 regions of Ukraine have had cronies or oligarchs parachuted into power by the new regime. An example of this is a guy called Igor Kolomoisky, who is openly touted as the head of the Ukrainian mafia. Nice guy, no doubt. And now he's a governor put into power by the new Ukraine regime. Igor owns banks, oil companies, food companies, and loads of other resources. He even has his own private army and paid neo-Nazis to murder people during the revolution. Igor is renowned for bribes, looting state property, and murdering rivals. He was even recorded putting a hit on a presidential candidate and his family in Ukraine recently.
И завтра первыми будут искать все твои близкие, потому что мы будем вешать прямо на площади. За твою голову тебе дают большие деньги, $1 миллион. За твою, да. Будут искать везде.
Since he has been put into power, he's been put on the international wanted list by Interpol for banned methods of warfare and aggravated murder and abduction. America has raped this country in only a few short months, and by putting criminals in charge, they make it so much easier for them to rape it, because criminals in America find it easier to work with criminals wherever they are in the world. There's another party that did a lot of killing during the revolution, and that's the Nazi Svoboda Party, led by Oleg Tagnibog. Well, they've been rewarded for its appalling violence during the coup with 6 major cabinet posts, including the head of security, which is in charge of the military. Now, the Svoboda's official manifesto is calling for building of nuclear weapons and for, get this, preemptive nuclear strikes, which is an open violation of international law. And on top of this, the party called Right Sector are trying to get access to nuclear power stations so that they can get the nuclear material and hold the world hostage. Putting murderers and gangsters in charge in Ukraine is not going to end well for anyone. And do you know who you've got to thank for that? Barack Hussein Obama, America, and John McCain. Fucking wankers, the lot of them.